So it is the 28th of November, I believe, and it's 9:40 in the morning. About to leave to go to Wembley just for a meeting. And I tell you what, when you commute, it's really, you always think to yourself, all that way for that. But this is important. This is one of the most important things, to have a meeting with my lecturer, Mick Kelly. Knows everything and he's going to give me ideas, and I always come away thinking I would never have thought that if I hadn't gone. So we're going to go now. It'll be worth it. I've got my transcriptions, got some footage, some interviews to show him, and we're going to really get going with this documentary. So let's go to Wembley. Traffic's so much better during the day, so that's one good thing. Right, we're in Wembley. Let's go. This is what you call pick the wrong time to come in. Loads of people going in right now. Must be a lecture or some guest speaker or something, but not a good time to go in. Might be late for an appointment. Let's get in there. Turns out it's just some QPR people, some group of people that have come to see the stadium, so I got in before then, thankfully. See you later. Right, meeting all done. Really productive meeting, lots of ideas, lots of notes with Mick, and I'm learning from all of this that, perfection is an unattainable thing, but you don't need to be perfect. There's so many ways to get something done to an outstanding level, but not perfect. I can drive myself crazy, I'm sure you do, trying to be perfect all day long, but, at the end of the day, it's not about perfection, it's about progress, it's about getting the best possible version of something done. And that's exactly what I'm doing here. So yeah, it's a case of head down now and finishing what I've started here and doing a good job this documentary. So I thought I'd quickly just record this by the Bobby Moore statue outside the front of Wembley Stadium, because I'm now in week 9, but all our lectures for the year are all done now. It's just a case of one-to-one meetings, and it's all about this documentary. But I'm only going to be here next week now, because the last couple of weeks I'm back to the Professional Speakers Academy for the weekend, and also the week after I'm away, going abroad for a few days, so you'll see that in a future video. But my main point right now is, because I need to get my head down, I probably won't be doing much videoing next week, so this is probably the last time this year that I will probably do a video here. So I just wanted to quickly say, what a fantastic year it's been. I've not done as many YouTube videos as I've liked, but obviously that's what happens when you're doing things that are important, such as doing a degree. And some people, would not even bother trying to do videos at all. But I think that, as I've said before, if it's worth living, if it's worth doing, then it's worth recording. So it's been a fantastic year. Just some highlights, obviously I've been working at Barnet, I've been working at Braintree early in the year, I've been back playing football, I've been doing speaking a lot, I've won an award. And I just say this because, whether it's me or whether it's you listening or whether it's anyone that wants to get going, is that everything's possible, and sometimes you just have to be patient as you get older, whether you're young or old. I just want to say that from what I've learned, it's all possible, and I believe that, you just keep things going, you keep working smart and hard, as I learned from the conference a couple of weeks ago. And yeah, I look forward to a great 2020, but the 2019 has been fantastic, and all I've got left to say right now is, if you've enjoyed my videos, keep watching them, because it means a lot to know that someone is watching, enjoying it, learning from it, even if they're taking just a couple of things. And yeah, obviously UCFB is a great university, despite all the days where you're like, I can't be bothered for this, or like anything in life, if it's worth doing, normally there's going to be some hard bits. But fantastic year. I'm still gonna do a lot of things today. I'm gonna go swimming now. Need to get my fitness up, so I'll take you with me there. But yeah, all I've got left to say is it's been a great 2019 from myself at Wembley Stadium and UCFB. Have a great new year, and I look forward to seeing you in 2020. I'm just looking up here, Mick Kelly's up there, I'm a lecturer. I didn't want to look too much because, you know, when you look and then they see you, that'd be so awkward. But yeah, looking up into the little stadium, well, not a little stadium, but looking up and you see him, quite funny really. I think the main takeaway I learned from all of this, especially when it comes to editing, documentary making, is that there is no right way, and that's the same in life. You know, whether it's like making a change in your body, whether it's achieving something, there's no one way, and that's just evidence from the different people who have made it. You know, it's not a science, because there are ways of doing it, but there's no one way, and that can be quite comforting when you realise that if something's not working, there's another way, and if that doesn't work, there's another way. It might not work for you, but you'll find a way that does work for you, because there is no right or wrong. There's only various ways to get a result, and it's possible. It's quite ironic really as well, you know, when I was in first year, second year, I'd always rush out, well not rush, but come out of university and be like, oh, I'll go in the outlet now, go and do some shopping. But yeah, it's funny how things change now. You're like, I haven't got time for that. Get in, get out, and that's nothing against, you know, I always knew when it got to third year, like with school, like with anything, once it gets to that certain point, you know, I'm halfway through third year now, which is, you know, 50% of the final year. It's a big chunk, but you get to the point where you're a bit like, can this be over? And that's not against the university at all, it's just, that's just anything in life sometimes. You know, you want to be doing, you know, the proper things beyond the education, and you're stuck in that time period, but obviously the time will pass anyway, it's not forever. And but yeah, that's my point. You know, I'd always rush out, go to the outlet, but you realise as you get older, you learn more, you do more, you take on more responsibilities, and obviously this is a big responsibility, it's all on me, this documentary, but it's going to be worth it in the end, and you realise how important your time is. Also, I think Mick Kelly forgot that I'm away the last week, so I have to work even harder than what he's asked me to do. Oh yeah, by the way, Unai Emery, the Arsenal manager, was meant to be talking to State University, and to give you an update, that changed because there was too many negative comments on social media. As I walk in today to university, Sky Sports News, he's been sacked, so no surprise there. But obviously the main reason it didn't come is because too many people from the university, even made Sky Sports News. If you find a link, you'll find it, and basically, yeah, it's quite bad really how people from my university have caused that to happen. You know, probably it was a bit more to it than that, but you know, don't say bad stuff. I do like these Costa drinks. I don't know if you've had them, but not bad on the move. Anyway, you know, it's made me realise how focused it gets you when you meet someone like your lecturer, and gives you ideas you wouldn't have thought of. And there's some stuff that he says, you know, things like abstract, things like sync pool, and I'm like, I don't know what that means, but at least there's a thing out there called Google. So off to work we go later on, and hit this deadline for next week. Right, we made it to Harlow, and about 1:30 now, so gonna head in there. I think I've got everything. I came here once a couple of months ago, didn't have my towel, so I had to go into Harlow and buy a towel, which took an hour in the end. So yeah, gonna do some swimming, get into the spa and sauna, so I'll see you in the sauna, because obviously I can't really film when I'm swimming, but next time I see you, I'll see you in the sauna. Right, finished swimming. It's been a while. I was swimming every week, but it's been about 5-6 weeks. But going in the spa now, so I'll take you in there. Right, so we're in the sauna, sorry. I've never taken my phone here before, first time ever. No one's in here actually, so it's alright. But yeah, hopefully the phone doesn't overheat. Doubt it. Yeah, just did some lengths. It's a great place to come, Harlow Leisure Zone. There's not many in Essex that are, you know, all round, good value for money, all of that. And yeah, there's no one in here at all at the moment. Normally it's quite busy, but it's a Friday. Probably will get busier, it always gets busier Friday evening, but this is like just gone 4 o'clock. But yeah, it's nice to de-stress, get away from all the hectic stuff, and just chill out. You know, there's still some big things coming up. I've got a match tomorrow against my old club, Whitton Town, so that'll be good to play there again. And I think Whitton was my first club where I really started to taste adversity. So I've come all this way up till now and faced more adversity, you know, injury, more sort of disappointment. But there's always a silver lining. Last night I found out that we're in a cup where if we win and beat Redbridge first team, which is a big ask, then we'll play our first team, Sawbridgeworth first team. So that's a big incentive. So yeah, big things coming up. Obviously, documentary submission, the Professional Speakers Academy. I'm going to Italy as well in December, and obviously Christmas. So busy time of year. So it's important to take these opportunities just to relax, reset, refocus, and I want to finish 2019, as they say, with a bang. So another short video, but I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll probably speak to you my next football game tomorrow. So hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you then. Okay, so I've just been to Moto, and yeah, what I've realised, you know, all the people you talk to, a lot of the time is you create it. A bit like that book that time, How to Talk to Anyone. Most people that influence you haven't met yet. But I've got things to achieve. They're all up on that wall. They're there to be achieved. And obviously my main target for the rest of this year, personally, is to go to Winter Wonderland. I've said that many times. And I feel a bit like that time I went to Moto back in January. And then Matilda texted me and said, I have got a boyfriend, but it's cute of you to ask. And I feel like it's going to come full circle and things go in cycles, and I say to her, send her a card at least and say I thought I'd finish the year by sending you a little note as I did start the year, call it out. She might have forgotten that. But yeah, it's hard these nights when you come home and go from busy to back home to nothing, because this is where you want them. You want them to be just in your personal life. But I'm young, I'm hungry, and you can never rule out anyone, even a Matilda. So it was good to see her. Obviously she's not where I want her to be, but I was going to go in and ask her tonight, or at least seed it, but I saw her Snapchat, value of social media I suppose. But yeah, we'll send her a card at least. We might give her an offer, but we'll see. Need to take someone to Winter Wonderland because we need to step it up this year. We have done. And my God, you know, last time I talked about Matilda after Moto back in January, I hadn't done half the things I was about to do, and I'm still going to keep doing so. Keep going. If you're going through hell, keep going. You know what? Everything negative in my life turns out to be a positive because of what I learn. And one day it can all change. You know, a big thing I've learned at the moment is to not care about posting stuff to get likes. It's not about that. I've just put my cosy bottoms on to get some proper work done. You know, 9 till 12, and sleep, get up tomorrow, and you know, you always have a choice. And what I've realised through all of this, how important it is to be present, give these girls a choice. But fundamentally, you know, I come away a bit disappointed, but I've learnt two things. It means I just need to get better at conversation, and then it'll come. And life always gives you a second chance. It's called tomorrow. You don't have to wait too long to get back out there and get talking to girls. As soon as I find a girl who is like a Matilda, but actually likes me for who I am, you know, wants to know me, you won't think about Matilda. But if Matilda did come back, I'd welcome her with open. I would welcome her with open arms. Can't talk. It's been a long day. Yeah. So if I went to bed now, actually, I think I'd probably get to sleep. It's when you stay up, but it has to be done. This is grind time. Need to get a sync ball together, whatever that is. So yeah, but tomorrow we go again. Welcome to the video. It's a cold one. It's minus temperatures today, and I tell you what, the game, well, those people saying it should be called off, but it's on. Sun is coming out, and as I said, we're back to my old club, Whittam Town, league game. Obviously, the motivation to play well is there now because we've got another cup game at the end of December, and if we beat Redbridge first team, which is a big ask, we can then play our own first team. But today's all about Whittam, getting some points on the board, getting a win, which we haven't had in a while in the league. Whittam will be a good team. I didn't play the reverse fixture because I was away, but it'd be good to get a result. I think we drew 2-2 when we played them at home and we were winning 2-0, so it's definitely a winnable game. So just had breakfast and gonna go home now, get ready, get prepared, and looking for the 3 points. Clean sheet would be great as well. And what's interesting as well is, you know, Whittam was the first club where I excelled. The first season I excelled and I had the best season to date, and that was my most memorable season because I was having so many good games, the good manager. But then the second season was when I really started to taste adversity, and this is where, you know, there's several places where I've definitely encountered adversity in football as well, at school. But Whittam was the first time, and that's why I like to go back to these places and lay some ghosts to rest, as they say. So to get a win today would be good. You know, I've played some other old clubs before, Harlow, Hornchurch, and I've come out on top normally. So, you know, not that it's about redemption or anything like that, but, you know, it's nice to know that you yourself personally have come a long way since then. So yeah, first stop, I'm going back to school next week actually, see my sister in a play, but first stop going back in the past as such will be Whittam Town, and I think they're above us in the league, but that means nothing on the day, on a match day, 2 equal sides, battling it out in the cold. So let's go. It's funny when I play the Christmas songs, it always reminds me, because obviously when you hear Christmas songs you just think of, like, you know, the holiday time, the festive time, relaxing, but you've still got a lot of stuff to focus on. And I remember, I feel like I'm about to sneeze. I remember when I was back at school one term, and I was accused of not focusing on my schoolwork enough because I was, you know, caught up with focused on Christmas too much. And I would deny that and say, you know, even now, you know, it's easy when you hear Christmas stuff and you get all, like, you know, wrapped up and you think things like, oh, I want to go to Winter Wonderland, or, you know, because I've always loved Christmas and family, and Christmas has been a big thing. But I'm very much these days, as I've got older, year by year, I'm very much focused, and we go now. When something's important is happening, whether it's a match, whether I'm at university, whether it's speaking, it doesn't take me long to get into that state and completely focus on that, which is necessary to be present. So yeah, but it just reminds me, Christmas doesn't distract me. It just gives you an incentive to work hard because you know it's coming, and it's nice to work hard and play hard. But probably might have to wear moulds today. It's that hard, the ground, but you never know. It's gonna be a cold one, Under Armour all the way. So gonna go and get ready now, and I'll catch you there. All black. Go on. Even the sunglasses. Ugh, I've had this cold, well not cold, sore throat, and I've kept it at bay with some ginger. So there's the power of ginger. Even if you love it or hate it, you can't deny it works. If you haven't tried it, have some ginger juice. Keeps off sore throats, colds. Leo, hey. I need a new phone, it's too slow this. Just going out to do 3 approaches, do it quick, haven't got a lot of time, so let's get it done. Just saw that girl from Stock, I think, in a driving lesson going up that lane, so what's the chances? I think she lives in Stock though, so it's a bit weird, but oh well, it might not have been her. So I'm just quickly in Chelmsford to get some supplies like drinks and banana, things like that I have at a match. But my manager just called me up and said, oh, can you bring your warm-up top as it's actually a match kit, but I use it for training because there was no kit. I think the first team took our kit or something, so thankfully I've got that kit to use, and it's quite a nice kit, so not a bad kit to use, I suppose. Just Might go and buy some black socks now actually, just to make it look better. But I think I've got some at home, so yeah. Needs to be quick. Not got a lot of time.
And follow out. So it's a good call. Up. Well done, Lukey. Nice, Luke. Wait.
These two, come on.
Quick feet. Nothing you do about it. Set the piece. Don't worry, we go again. Nothing you do about that. Big. Same again, Luke. That's all right. Go. Oh. Come on, Luke, he's right in the corner.
Sorry.
He almost got it, but he's right in the corner. It's a good header. Let's go, come on. Just want one back. Right? Nothing to do with either of those goals. Almost got that second one. We're not winning in the air in our penalty box. I don't know whether they're taller or they're just who's in the centre. Should be, huh? Well, yeah. Really, you want to stop the crosses, Luke. It sounds obvious. Stop the crosses. Time, Luke. Be careful. Time, Luke. Got a touch of you. Got a touch. Oh, come on. Don't try and be clever. Doesn't matter, but don't try and be clever. No, it wasn't really fault. Just boot the bastard. Don't try and touch her. All right, move on. Take it to the left. Take your time. Give him a chance. It's a good kick. Let's go. Nothing goes in. Nothing goes in. Let's go. Starts from the talk. Back to normal. Don't worry about it. It's no big deal. It's only one goal. No, it's not pointless. It's now about learning. No, learning the next bit. Learning is to bounce back from a mistake. It's not the end of the world. If it was 1-0 now, I'd say, yeah, it's a mistake. It won't cost us the game. It won't cost the game. Doesn't make any difference at all. What makes a difference is what happens now. Keep the numbers down and get 1 or 2 back. Good. No. That's it, good. Time, Luke. Give them time. Give them time, Luke. Get right to the edge. That's nice, Luke. Good. The power of a goal to score psychologically is so strong. Keep going, come on. But the incentive is to claw back. 1 at a time. There's no point in bitching about it. We've got time to do something about it. No, stay back, stay back. Time, Luke. That's good, Luke. Who's that team? Wait. Call it. It's a dodgy pitch, isn't it? Watch your near post. So we come near post. Turn on, look. Let's go. Well, one of those days, isn't it? Play. First time, kick. Back in the centre of the goal, Luke. Back in centre, that's better. That's it, that's good. Oh, come on, just don't give it away. Go for that. Head up, Lukey, finish it off.
So, lost 5-0 and not the day I expected. Yeah, not the return I wanted back to Witham, but it was started well, made a save early on, and then the goals came, set pieces, 3-0 down at half time, very hard to keep going at that point. Mistake from myself, 4-0, back pass, didn't deal with it properly and goes in, so yeah, very disappointing. You kind of get desensitised when you keep losing, you know. You just affects your mood, you know. You practice all week, you know, mentally, you know, you prepare. Sometimes, you know, not enough, but there's a lot of busy stuff going on at the moment, you know, busy with a lot of things, but there's no excuse. Mistakes all around, they took their chances, and yeah, you know, the warm-up wasn't great, you know, pitch was very heavy, and yeah, it's hard when you keep losing, especially at 5-0, and you can't help but, you know, it affects you mentally. You know, you come home, like if you'd won, you know, you feel great, and then the opposite is true. You feel dreadful when you've lost. And you know, but adversity, disappointment, at the end of the day, it does drive me, and everything that happens negative, I always try to take a positive. So yeah, not a great day at the office, but always lessons to be learned, and you know, got to wash my boots now. It's, you know, it's football. I've got to do my documentary stuff. It's football, and it's sometimes you just want to break from it, but that's being professional, I suppose. I think it was hard today. I really struggled to keep going, despite people like, you know, Dad was saying, you know, keep going, come on, be professional, but it's hard. But, you know, you haven't really got a choice, you know, you have to just keep going. But I know that better times are coming. You know, something my dad said to me, you know, you don't want to be in a team where you're just winning the whole time, so what's the point in that? So it's becoming, it's not about winning. You know, today, from a professional standpoint and a personal standpoint, you know, it was a lose-lose, but you have to keep going. And I'll be training Monday with my coach, Tuesday with the team, and then we've got Takeley away next week, so if it doesn't get cancelled, I'd like to be positive than ever, and, you know, look forward to hopefully putting it right next week and actually get a result. And you know, it's easy to dwell on the negatives, and, you know, the one thing in my head right now is the, if you call it a mistake that I did on the fourth goal. Obviously already 3-0 down, so you're already half switched off, but I shouldn't be. And yeah, it's tough to take, but like I said, you just have to move on and focus on the next game. The good thing about football is you get a chance to put it right fairly quickly. So not going to dwell, going to keep going. So yeah, that was an insight to the Whittam game today. So stay posted for more matches to come.
Just as I finished filming, I bumped into my original goalkeeping coach, Mal Downing, and he's the guy that, you know, really made me come on leaps and bounds in my early days, and he's the guy that really got me into goalkeeping properly, you know, when I was at school. And just by chance, you know, he was coaching there, so it's good to talk to him and catch up with him. I'm actually amongst doing a juicing book, you know, got big things planned. I want to be doing a goalkeeping book, how to become a professional goalkeeper, but not just me writing it. I'm going to go and interview, the plan is to interview the best people I know and find out what they know and put that into a book, because I've learned, you know, from other people that if you interview the best, then that's one of the best things you can do for a book. Let's keep it going.
When someone says to you, how's the juicing going, how's the university going, fuck off, I'm dealing with it.
So I'm back at school right now, and yeah, just about to go into my sister's show. What I love about coming back to school is feeling how far you've progressed since you last came. So let's get in that show.
So I've been to my sister's show, walk in the kitchen, and I'm like, oh, I just remembered that. Oh.
So I'm just on the way to Wembley and to meet Mick Kelly for what will be probably the penultimate time going to Wembley this year in 2019. I've been there a lot, but yeah, about to see him. Got my hair styled a bit differently, but going to see him for an hour, getting feedback on this documentary. It's days now, so I need to really focus down, and hopefully he can give me a lot of good advice, feedback, and I'll get it up to a really high level, top grade. And yeah, I was trying to think of that song, you know, the one that goes Merry Christmas, and it comes up with Mariah Carey, so I'm trying to work this one out. I should do that as like a challenge, like think of another Christmas song, this one, when you're listening to another one, because you can't do it, that just messes you up. Yeah, had my ginger shots, so I'm all good. Drove past the bakehouse, makes you realise how busy I am. I've not been this week. You know, all good things will come. And yeah, it's that guy's birthday, to the Barnet guys. You know, the flag guy that I talked to in the interview. Anyway, let's get going. Meeting done with Mick Kelly, and he said by the end of this your brain cells will be dead. Oh, I can't agree with him more. Making a documentary is very stressful because obviously you can capture a lot of stuff, but you're trying to make a story out of it. But yeah, come up to Wembley just for a quick 1 hour meeting, showed him all the interviews for the Barnet documentary, so starting to slowly come together. And next week I'm at the PSA again, Speakers Academy. The week after that I'm away in Italy, so busy times, got a week to get this done, and but I'm going to make it work. I need to go and get a couple of books now for an essay as well. Found out what semester 2's about. It's about the second documentary dissertation, and then also issues in sport, so just be an essay. Didn't realise I've got another essay coming my way, but hopefully it'll be the last essay I ever write. And yeah, still haven't got around to sorting out some of the things I want to do whilst I'm here, such as playing on the pitch. But yeah, there's loads of good stuff. You know, Barnet are playing at home on Saturday and they're on TV, so you never know if I can meet some of the BT people, the cameramen, the presenter. Opportunities around you every day, so you just have to find it. So yeah, I'm going to get to work now, and I'll catch you in a bit. So in terms of how the documentary's coming along, basically it's going to be an introduction about what the club's about, Barnet Football Club. Then it's going to be an introduction of the characters, so Darren Curry, Scott Loach, Josh Walker. Moving into the match day, the build-up to kick-off with the access I got into the changing room, then onto the goals, commentary, finally finishing with the match ending, then clapping, and their ambitions for the future. That's the plan, and yeah, that's the goal. One thing is outlining it, another thing's doing it. It's quite funny, I saw the Chinese guy look at me just still with my Yeezys on. You know, I was really into Yeezys like, you know, a couple of years ago. I'm still wearing them. I need to get some new shoes really, but my perception's changed. I used to really care about what people thought, but Gary Vee, a lot of other people changed that perception. Listened to a video by Stephen Green last night, and he said, don't care about your likes, and for so long I've worried about that. And yeah, I've just seen a sign actually, Euro 2020, I need to go to that. can't come to this stadium, study here, and then not come to the games, play on the pitch. So I'll make it happen. Just when you think you're getting away from it all, Mick Kelly sends me another email. One final thought, I've not read it yet, but feedback's feedback. As they say, feedback is the breakfast of champions, and if I can use it to my advantage, that's what you want. Amongst travelling, amongst meetings, amongst working, obviously I talk about juicing, I've got a burger, because that's how busy I am. So that's a sacrifice. Keep fueled up with something, but work, and just focus on getting this documentary done. You, yeah? You in the car. So I feel like Iron Man at the moment. I've got my Mac going, iPad resetting, all these scripts out. Things are working. Feels like a little factory in here, but getting to work here. Saturday 7th of December, match away to Takeley in the league, and looking to bounce back from last week's 5-0 defeat, getting the GoPro ready, watching some saves on YouTube, about 20 minutes before I leave. Hopefully we can get a win today, a couple of new players in the squad. Our captain's not there through injury, one of our defenders isn't there through injury, but I'm there, a few new players, coming at some of the existing players, so should be hopefully a chance to win and put things right. So I'll talk to you after the game.
Keep up! Oh!
Time. That's point blank. Point blank. Can't help it. Point blank. It's not worse. No, it's not worse. It's not. It's not. Big.
Keep up!
Back in centre.
Bring up, man. I've got two. Man. Keep.
One more. Unlucky. Trying to do that from the corner of the post. 7.
it's not possible because like all the centre balls are like it takes that long.
Right, so I thought I'd just let my mum, dad, sister and go out. I'm going to a Les Miserables show that my sister's in at Brentford School. But yeah, 7-1. We lost 7-1. Worse than last week. It doesn't feel as bad as last week, but obviously scoreline would say that it's worse. 2-0 down within the first 10 minutes. The penalty, second goal. Yeah, and I think I came away from today knowing I did my best. A few saves in there, lots of kicking. Even the one goal that we got, I just whacked it up there and got it into the far corner. And then one of our guys, Raheem, scored a great goal. So have to take positive from negatives. The more you lose, the more you just, get accustomed to it. But it's about getting better as a player. There's so many mistakes going on, but you focus on what you can control. And it's about growing as a player, nothing to lose. And loads of games for Christmas still. And back to training on Tuesday. It's funny actually, it was at Takeley, and I remember driving past there at the end of the summer, having come back from holiday, and I was thinking, Takeley, didn't know I was there. And who knew I'd end up playing there. But yeah, not a day to remember, but it's becoming a bit of a thing. There was a few new players today and they stood out a bit, but 2-0 down within 10 minutes, it's not good. So need to put it right. But I've got a lot of other busy things to be focusing on. Doesn't even make sense. A lot of other busy things to be focusing on. A lot of other things to be keeping myself busy with. Most importantly, the documentary. Need to get that done because next week is up for grabs, especially the PSA. I'd love to win the award again. So yeah. But apart from that, obviously losing 7-1's not great. Second heaviest defeat of the season. But it reminds me of when I first started playing football, losing all the time. But it's better than being in a team where you're just winning and getting no action. The things that you have to go through sometimes are not the easiest, but they're the things that make the most of you. So we keep going and we keep grinding, and hopefully I can inform you of a win very, very soon. So just about to get in the bath, and legs are cut to bits, all muddy. But more to the point, what I wanted to say was you should never let something in one area of your life affect another area. But if something is going well in one area, then let it affect the other area. So what I mean by that is, if you lose a football match, don't let that affect the rest of your day. Don't let it affect work you've got to do, or don't let it affect the people you talk to. Don't let it bring you down. Go out as if nothing's happened, no different, because for me, football is one area of my life. And then, relationships or, university or making money or whatever it is, juicing, whatever, is another part. But equally, if you win a football match, then you should let it come through. But what I'm trying to say is, really, you want to maintain a balance, stay in the middle. Don't get too high, because if you get too high, you get cocky, complacent, all of that. If you get too low, you forget what it's all about, and you forget, you start not believing in yourself. So I read this in a book by Les Brown, motivational speaker, American guy. He said, never let one area negatively affect another area. Can't be more true. I thought I'd add that in just to shed some light on something. When something's not going right, you've got other things to deal with. And check this out, I just walked across the balcony and there was like a shadow, and it's me over there. I was like, oh my. I was like, someone's walking around that corner. That was scary. So it's 1 o'clock Saturday night. It's the 7th of December, and we're still going with this documentary. I don't know if I'm going to get it done in time, but we're going to try. Yeah.
come to see me.
Feed me.
Hey?
Cold shower. Wish me luck. Right, so I'm just hanging out on my balcony right now, but final day of going to Wembley in 2019 and looking forward to it, and I'm going there to do some presenting. I'll tell you what, something like presenting is something that I love doing because I know I'm capable, and every time I get a bit nervous, every time I get a bit apprehensive, it's one of them things, you know, that once you do it, you're so glad you did it. You come away buzzing, you know, you're really sociable after that. You're like, you feel like you could talk to anyone. But yeah, it's good stuff. And yeah, I've been so busy. I've not even been to the gym in the last couple of weeks. But like I say in my juicing, you know, you can get back on track very quickly. So, you know, things like muscle memory, it's such a true concept. You know, all the work you put in never goes to waste. You can just resume it as soon as possible. So yeah, I think a big thing to realise as well about these presenting opportunities is that, you know, what's the chances you can present a cup draw at Wembley Stadium? You know, that's why I had to take this chance. But also, you know, to believe in yourself. You know, I've always learnt that once you get in the environment, you know, obviously I've got the Professional Speakers Academy later this week, and I always sometimes think, oh, what if I don't do this, or what if I do this, or, you know, but when you get to that environment, it's called social facilitation, which means you'll step up. And the more times you do it, the more times you'll step up better. So, yeah, really looking forward to it. It actually came from an opportunity from a guy at UCFB who does the employment stuff. And he actually told me when I met with him, he said about opportunity, he said, never wait for it, go out to it. And I think that's so true. And this was a bit of both, you know, I've been offered it, and I've taken it at both hands. So let's get to that stadium and have a wonderful time presenting. Oh yeah, and by the way, always look good. I've been working on my hair, making it a bit longer. Inspiration was Chris Evans, you know, the guy from Captain America. I've gone for the side parting today because I have been doing like full slick back, but I feel like that wasn't appropriate yet. It's not quite long enough to look good for camera, I suppose. So yeah, we're going for the longer style, a bit longer than back in the summer. So yeah, I've never had it this long, so it's harder to manage, but it looks better than I think when it's short, I think. So it's a bit annoying when I'm playing football, but for the most part, it's better. Now, just one quick thing. This might sound a bit, you know, what's the word? Personal development magic, but I always believe that you should never worry too much in life, just because you've got to have faith that it'll always work out in the end, especially when you're doing your best. And sometimes your best isn't enough. I get that, but what I've learned is, and I'll probably be doing a video on this, is that you've got nothing to lose in life. You know, you've got things you've got to do. You try things, and if you fail, people think you've lost, but really you never lost because you've learned the lesson. And next time it comes up, you'll do better because you took away a lesson, and this time you win because of that lesson you learned. You became more, you became better, or you did that thing better because of that. So don't worry, because it'll always work out in the end if you just keep going. What you want, you'll always get if you persist long enough. It just takes a bit longer than you think sometimes. 2 weeks to Christmas, last bit of effort this week, and off to Italy next week, and then finally can enjoy a bit of time off before we all go again. Oh yeah, and one other thing, it's live as well. I've never done a live presenting job. It's on Facebook, UCFB. I'm going to go on the website, I think National League, so yeah, bit of pressure, but we thrive under pressure. Traffic. Reminder, you know, life, see a funeral car, have to live, play the game as well. Traffic lights, that's what it was. All this traffic. That bitch in front could have gone. Here in Wembley. Deja vu. Suddenly. Weird. Yeah, running a bit late, but only 5 minutes behind. Don't want to run because if I've learned anything from Andy Harrington, the speaking guy, that is you want to have a stress-free experience. So you don't want to overcook it. But I didn't need to get there. The thing is, you know, talking, presenting, really you're just doing something you do every day, which is talk to people, communicate. So it's a good tip if you ever do public speaking, don't overcomplicate it, because it's just what you do every day. So yeah, I'll catch you on the other side and show you some good stuff. Get the old adrenaline going, bit of running. We're here now. No turning back now, it's like a roller coaster. Last minute stuff, eh? In the elevator now. I never see this stadium the same after I leave it. I always see it as UCFB, not England. Even though I came with West Ham games, still won't see it the same. Different days, if coming on a match, I'll see it as a match, I suppose. It's always the way, isn't it? Furthest one away. Time to go in, so I'll catch you after.
Hello everybody and welcome to Wembley Stadium. Different backdrop today, and we're unable to show you outside because there's construction work going on to get the stadium ready for next summer's games. The draw today is Ash, Tunde and Luke. Ash will be drawing the home teams, Luke the away teams, Tunde holding the velvet bag. Boys Eastleigh Blues.
Number 3.
Will take on number 3, Dover Athletic.
Welcome to Wembley Stadium for today's National League Alliance League Cup Under-19 4th round cup draw. Today I'm joined with Tunde doing the home teams, Ash with the bag and Simon drawing the away teams. These are the teams in the Midlands and the North, so let's start the draw. We'll face York City. So that concludes the draw for today. Thank you from everyone here at UCFB. Thanks for watching and we hope to see you next time. Well done. Sometimes it's never as never what you thought. I mean, it's presenting, but it's a different dynamic. Short and sweet. Yeah. But I heard them say about there. They said, "Oh, we did well," so it's good to hear. Hopefully, I'll be able to show you the link soon. But yeah, it's quite funny. The guy who was filming it, I filmed a bit of Ricky once, and he was, "Oh, Luke's done it before. It's fine." I was thinking, "I've not done this before. Not exactly like this." I'll tell you what. Once you get in that flow state, I've realised how, you know, when you just let go of the words, which I did towards the end, it works. So, good job done. It's quite amazing because, like, when I got on stage, Andy Harrington, that was live, but I think the reason that was easier is because I'm passionate about Jews and I'm passionate about football. You can't be completely ad-lib and passionate about a draw, unless you're Rod Stewart.
Oh. Number 12, Rangers.
But yeah, just going to collect a couple of library books now. Get my hoodie actually, I was meant to collect that. That's a good point. Let's go back and get that. And do a couple of videos, maybe see a couple of people if they're about, and then get back home. And last day at Wembley, 2019. Got a assignment to submit, so we get that done, get my CV done. Happy days. It's quite funny when people don't look at you, it's actually them nervous. You think it's you, but it's not, it's just they're nervous. Sometimes you forget they can feel like you. Yeah, so I've waited for this hoodie for so long. So it'd be good to get it. I got the hoodie. You'll be seeing that in some videos next year, so stay posted. You know, it's almost like a metaphor really, like, you know, if you persist, you'll get whatever you want, so don't have to worry about it, because life gives you what you want when you work for it. It's literally deserted here. I think on a Wednesday it's just like sports day, people don't come in, no lecture or anything. It was typical in the draw as well, there was no backdrop of Wembley because they're doing the pitch, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. I'm on a mission to find a pen. I need a pen to do my receipts for my Barnet stuff. Oh well, it's been good so far, always good to test yourself every day. But my next mission is to find a pen. You know what, I'm telling you, I got there late for the draw, 5 minutes late, and it meant that the guy who works at UCFB presented the first one. But I'll tell you what, that was a good thing, so I got to see how he does it, and then I got to do it. Life's always happening for you. Sometimes it's hard to see it, you know. Sometimes I just got diverted walking out the stadium, and then I walked past someone that I've never seen before. So, you know, opportunities always waiting for you. Oh, it was funny. I got there and he was like, "Oh, this guy, this name, I can't even talk. This guy's name's Tunde," and I was like, "All right." And then, like, literally 5 minutes later, I'd forgotten it because it's like a unique name, and I was like, "Oh my god, can't forget his name." And the live things. Thankfully, the other guy did the first draw, and then I just kept repeating it. I can't forget that, I can't forget that. I got it right in the end. So yeah, just watching it back, I was like, oh, that threw me off a bit. I was just watching it back, and let's just say, by my standards, I wasn't at my best today, but that's why I go to the quarterly meetings for the speaking. You know, I'm not a master, I'm only 20 years old, but what I would never fail to do is to take opportunities and test myself, even if sometimes it's taking a step back to take a step forward. You know, thrown in the deep. You know, the hardest thing is, you know, when you're in a stressful environment like Wembley Stadium, doing a live draw, is maintaining that focus, and that's what Andy Harrington would say, is letting go and getting in that flow state. And the more times I do it, I know that I'll get better at it. You know, everything I want to get better at. You know, I was standing there with my hands, like moving my hands, and obviously my voice is my voice, and obviously I want to improve that. But yeah, but you only get better by doing it. You learn by doing. So that's my conclusion, and that's why I never stop trying, even if people say, "Oh, he's a bit of a boring presenter," or something like that. You know, so you just keep going. You have your own standards, your own biggest critic, and you just persist until you get what you want. If you're like me, you always use Apple Pay, and in the one time it doesn't work, you have to go and get your card from like the car or from your wallet or something. So yeah, just went to the bakery and have to get that. Annoying. Somehow I've got this bloody hand as well. I can't really see it, but yeah, I don't know how I picked that one up. But yeah, need to get some books as well, and then we'll be on our way. So see you in a bit. Something about when you're under pressure and performing, I mean, that's why the best people in the world can perform under pressure. There's something about presenting when you're not fully present, you just go blank, and it's not a nice experience. But the best tip I can say is take it slow, don't try and be perfect. I think the only reason you put yourself under pressure is you're trying to be perfect and impress people. You don't need to impress anyone, not even yourself. Just get a job done. Moment of truth. Let's see if the hoodie fits. I never used to wear hoodies when I was younger because it messed up my hair. And now I've got the longest hair than ever, and I'm wearing a hoodie. I can't even get the phone to stand up properly. Where can we put this? Where can we put this? Suppose we can put it there. It's better than nothing. There we go. UCFB hoodie. University. Campus, not college anymore. Campus. Football business. There we go. Moment of truth, moment we've waited for. Bit tight, but we like it fitted. Hey, all good. So, got the books, hate the books. But yeah. Kind of makes sense now why my lecturer Mick Kelly said you have to go to a sort of a public library, because all these books, I'm trying to read this black text on a dark background in the library, and it turns out I've only got a couple of the books that I need. So looks like I'll have to go to Chelmsford or Anglia Ruskin, try and get it's like a library scheme that they do, so I'll have to see about that, and hopefully I can just get enough in there to get the good grade. So I finished the year 2019, halfway through the final year at university, and as you see I've got my UCFB hoodie on, which I've waited for a while. It goes to show if you wait for things in life, you get there in the end. But yeah, been a great year, as I said before. Just finished presenting in the stadium. Obviously that's a bit of a once in a lifetime opportunity really, but it might happen again. You never know, and you know, the big ambition would be to one day present for, you know, a bigger company like a BBC or BT Sport and presenting a FA Cup or some big draw. So yeah, so stay posted. That's why I like to take you with me. And yeah, I look forward to finally completing university and giving you more insights into UCFB. So if I don't see you before, if I don't catch you in another video before, have a great finish to the year. Keep persisting in whatever you do, and I'll see you in 2020. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to all of you. Thanks for subscribing, and I hope to see you in the next video. So I know if I'm watching this back right now, I'm looking back with fondness, and I'm thinking, you know, I met Andy Harrington over there. I did my studying in the stadium, and all in all, even though there were some stressful times, it was worth it in the end. And what can I say? I'm only where I am today through the stuff I did right now. So just been filming doing a picture and a thumbnail. I've got someone to take a photo of me and my hoodie on, so there we go. And yeah, a bit drizzly out here, so going to head home now. Hopefully the weather will get a bit better. I'm hoping it will rain, because hopefully my match get called off, because I'm actually away doing the speaking stuff, so hopefully it get called off and hopefully someone doesn't have to play in my place. So what I've learned, the biggest thing I've learned is from a personal development guy called Tony Robbins, which is, I mean, he doesn't like to be called that, but he says about how complexity is the enemy of execution, which means the more complex you make something, the less likely you are to do it. And that's what I found with this. Sometimes when you just strip it down and get it done, then you can go back and work on it. That's what I found to be most effective. So as another year comes to an end, I'm halfway through, which is crazy now, the final year, and just one big thing to go now, which is obviously the dissertation. I'm still yet to get confirmation. I've got a backup plan, but the plan would be to go to Atlanta and do a documentary out there, but always to be confirmed, but to reflect on what has been the best year of my life so far, and the most testing year by far as well. But yeah, studying here, you can never go wrong. You know, I wouldn't have gone to university unless it was for this place. Got the hoodie now, so really feel part of it now. No, it's good, but it's been a tremendous year. Just finished presenting in the stadium. That's a great opportunity. You never know if I'll be doing it again. But yeah, it's been a great year. 2019 has been great. Look forward to 2020, obviously graduation year. So yeah, thanks for watching all these videos. I'll be doing more in 2020, but for now, Merry Christmas, have a great new year, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Thanks for watching.